I'm gonna describe this game to you in one sentence.
FBI, open up!
I picked up the game on the latest Steam sale and I've been playing it for a week, and now I'll ask you, is the game any good? Yes, with some caveats to it. Hi, my name is Nunoto, and playing Ready or Not has been one of the most intense shooting experiences I've ever played. Ready or Not is developed by Void Interactive. It released in 2023 as their first game. We play as a Los Sueños Police Department officer against criminals and terrorists. There are multiple scenarios you can play through, from school shootings to sex trafficking rings, drug busts, etc. It is a highly tactical game as the time to kill is very short for both sides. The game has realism as its center, and it portrays that very well, both through the gear you can use as well as the graphic quality being extremely stellar, especially from an indie game. It has a lot of dark themes such as pedophilia to sex trafficking and other criminal activities very openly, and you can even find evidence and photos of sad crimes to report and earn some extra points at the end of the game. How it works is each mission has different objectives, like saving civilians, finding drugs, or kill some dude or some other shit. The better you play, the less mistakes you commit, like shooting hostages or an officer dying for example, the better the score. Some scores are needed in certain missions to unlock cosmetics. Otherwise, all the gear is unlocked for you to use however you wish, whenever you want. You can approach the missions in whichever way you want. There are both options for lethal and non-lethal, as well as silencers if you want to be more stealthy. The sound design is absolutely fucking divine, with gunshots echoing inside buildings, being extremely loud and enhancing the experience tremendously. Busting down doors and yelling, "Police!" feels fucking badass. The NPC responses are kinda generic, but they get the job done. They literally pulled all the stops to make the game sound as realistic as possible.
Putting down a chem light.
Let me see those hands! Hands on your head! Hands up! Down on your knees! Hands up! Do it now! Police, down on the ground! Hands up, now!
The music is pretty repetitive, but thankfully it's just background noise that you barely hear. They only really have one banger in there. The game does have some issues, however. The performance is not great, as even though the requirements are low, but we can chalk it up to the classic Unreal Engine 5 being a piece of shit, and sometimes there are minor bugs, like cuffing people without actually being on top of them, and animations being a bit clunky. Game difficulty is also inconsistent. If you play single player with bots, it is extremely easy and not very fun, and if you play with friends as a full squad of 5, it is also very easy, but you have a lot more fun. The sweet spot in my opinion is 3 players, as the game doesn't scale up with the numbers of players and the enemy quantity stays the same. Sadly, there aren't any difficulty sliders, but there are mods however to alter the experience and make it harder and more realistic, and so there's stuff like that. Overall, it is a solid and gripping gaming experience for a solid 20 to 30 hours if you want to get A or A+ in all the missions. Otherwise, it'll be a very short game, up to 10 hours or so. I'd give the game an 8 out of 10. It really isn't worth it at all in full price in my opinion, but if you grab it on a 50% sale like I did, then it's definitely worth your time. There are some issues, but if you have a couple of friends to play, it's an absolute fucking blast. Alright, that's all from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go fuck yourself.